South Africa recently hosted the Brics Summit on the 22nd of August to 24th, right?
Yep.
Of August in South Africa, yeah. So, there's new countries that have joined the Brics. Brics what?
This the group, eh?
The Brics group. So Brics comprises of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, right?
And now they have included Ethiopia, Egypt, Iran, Argentina,
and many other countries.
Saudi Arabia, and
we will list.
United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Okay. So, Ethiopia being an African country and an East African country to be specific means something very good for East Africa.
East Africa, yeah.
What does this mean? What does the entry of Ethiopia mean for East Africa? Yeah? So, number one, the ambassador of Ethiopia in Tanzania noted or stated that it will spur increase, let me just read here so that I don't mess up what he said. It will spur increased trade and investment relations with the EAC, which is East African Community Bloc, okay? So, the Brics 5 encompass 27% of the world's land surface and population, with a combined nominal GDP of 28 trillion, which is 27% of gross world product. And then the 5 had a total GDP of around 56.6 trillion, which is 32.5% of global GDP, and 4.46 trillion in foreign reserve.
In dollars.
In dollars, yeah?
Because with Brics, we want them to have the Brics currency. So here we're talking about dollars. Probably after 2 years
we'll be talking about the Brics currency. Yeah. Which is I think it's in the pipeline. I think it's something that they already
although for now they are using the local currencies to spur increased trade.
So what positive impact do you see?
So the ambassador of Ethiopia to Tanzania said that it will spur increased trade between
East African community.
Yeah, and the Brics. And you see in the Russia-Africa summit, someone like Museveni was there. Our president Ruto refused to go. Then in the Brics, Ruto sent someone. I think Museveni sent someone. So the president of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu, was there. So you can see the country's willingness to be part of this international community, which is coming to fight, to compete with the G7 and to be like bigger than the G20 and all that. And looking at it this way, because this is an economic bloc, if now having Ethiopia there from January 2023 means the countries of East Africa which trade with Ethiopia now have a close relation to the Brics. And for example, Kenya, Ethiopia, and South Sudan have this project called LAPSET. That is Lamu Port, South Sudan, Ethiopian corridor. It's supposed to have a port in Lamu, which is already part completed. Then a speed train from Kenya to South Sudan, Juba, and Addis, and a pipeline, an oil pipeline. So you can see something like this will be something like which enters now the Brics bloc. So having relations with Ethiopia, Kenya and South Sudan will be like we are having some relation with the Brics. And you know, Ethiopia being the Brics puts it on the forefront of a faster economic growth. Yeah,
I'm also looking at Brics. You know, they have the sports, the sporting events. They have so many things happening for them. So imagine if Ethiopia was to host one of
the Brics games. But the first one is in Russia next year.
Yeah, but one we know for sure that someday it will come to Ethiopia. So Kenya will benefit because if it's food, maybe we'll need to send some things to Ethiopia. If it's maybe coffee, Kenyan tea, it will be ordered, and it will be, the trade in those things will be in a much bigger scale than,
Then
unusual.
you see, when there's something like the World Cup,
Mhm.
some people opt to stay in the neighboring
Exactly,
countries because now in the neighboring countries it's cheaper,
Mm.
and you can only watch it from the screens.
Exactly.
And when there's a specific game that you want to
can just
attend,
travel.
that is why
Yeah.
you fly in, you watch your game and come back
And Ethiopia having Ethiopian, it's easy to move around,
Yeah, and if they'll be having now the real electric line operating, to be very good for Kenya, for Tanzania, for Uganda, for Rwanda, for Burundi, for South Sudan, and Somalia too.
Yeah, even after the games, people tend to stay behind and see
for
the
tourism.
neighboring countries.
Exactly.
So it's really a good thing. You can, you can say we are not in the Brics group, so we are not part of it. But somehow, as Kenya, you would benefit a lot just by having a neighbor in that.
And we're also hoping that in the future we'll join it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So guys,
okay.
we don't know what you think, but I'm guessing that you have a lot of things running in mind, a lot of questions, and you're also excited of the Brics and disappointed that your country is not part of it. But it's just the start of a big thing. So leave your comment, let us know what you think, and subscribe to this channel. Don't fail to do that, and we appreciate it.
You can also share the videos and share the channel for us to follow.
So see you in the next one. See you.